Hello and welcome back to Spiderslaughter. I haven't yet gone through the build queues as I said I would in the last episode. I just want to record a little bit more. I can't help it. I enjoy recording this game. But that does mean that there's probably still a little bit of inefficiency in the way that gnomes are handling the build orders, and I will probably sort that out after this one. Because it's a little bit later in the day than when I recorded the last episode. The hail has finally stopped. Hurrah! Though the snow has continued in its place. Boo. So it means, yeah, my burglar alarm could go off at any moment. It's just waiting. But yes, back to Spiderslaughter. We have our military. We have the silver lurkers shooting at the ogres by the looks of it. Or maybe the goblins. Are you bleeding? Let's check out. No, you're in good health. You're only wearing a helmet and a breastplate. Oh, big mistake. Your knees. Your knees are uncovered. I mean, far be it from me to make an arrow to the knee joke, but seriously, dude. Have you seen what these guys can do with a granite bolt? I'm sure you have. I'm sure the stories have trickled back to Cinder Fragment here and there about the legendary Ornstein, and yeah, I wouldn't want to be you right now. Your friend over here, who's completely decked in steel armor from head to toe, they've got the right idea. They understand that granite bolts are no joke, and bronze bolts even less so. But we've got one ogre, no, two ogres. Let's check you out. You're bleeding. You're a female ogre, an ogress, or just a female ogre. The two-headed ogre is bleeding from the upper body, right head, right arm, right hand, and left arm. Okay. What about you? A male two-headed ogre who is thirsty, but otherwise in good health. Oh, how romantic. They clearly come here on their honeymoon. They thought, well, you know what? We've just got married. Let's do something that most ogres don't do. Let's go for a romantic sojourn to Spiderslaughter. You know, nothing quite as romantic as crushing gnomes, drinking wine from their skull, whispering sweet nothings whilst under the pale moonlight. But here we are. We've shot your woman, your lady ogre, and I think we have now shot you as well. Yes, we've shot you both. That's right. Teach you to think to have your canoodling over our corpses. You filthy ogres. Though I do feel a little bad. You know, they've only just got married and we've given them a death sentence. That Ornstein. Heartless. Uh-oh. Okay, that's fine. He's just fallen asleep. That's okay. Whenever anything about our gnomes shows up in the event log, I start to panic. But let's have a look down here. Let's get these personal quarters set up. And make some gnomes happy, I suppose. This one's also done. Yes. And this one. Very well done. We'll have to remember to come back for the others. Now, what have we got down here? You're making axles. I need to set your priorities up, actually. Because generally, I would rather the engineer's workshop get a higher priority than the machinists. You, I'm going to cancel and rebuild. We want an armorer. So, metal, armorer. Now, we don't have an anvil, so we're going to need one of those. We've got everything else, though, so we need one anvil. So let's go ahead and place that there. And get ourselves an anvil. Copper anvil. Have we got enough bars? I wonder. Go ahead and make that as a higher priority, please. Ah, of course. This is a higher priority than the forge, isn't it? Let's just... Right, I'm going to suspend the smelter just for the moment so that you can get that anvil done. Oh, no! Don't do... anything else. I want an anvil. Okay, will you now do this for me, please? I would appreciate it greatly. Consider it a personal favour, Dapper Jester, if you would be with the making of a copper anvil. I know it means you're going to have extra work to do, but it's going to be awesome work. You're going to be making awesome iron and then later steel. Or, well, actually, I don't understand how you get steel. Let me have a quick look. How do you make steel? Steel bar requires an iron bar and any coal. Okay. So, I suppose we could smelt down quite a lot of things, couldn't we? Okay. Let's have a look. What boots have we got? We've got some iron boots. No, we'll wait for them to smelt all the copper. And then we'll go back onto the... we will smelt down the iron. Wow. I'll have a look at it in a minute. For now, I want to focus on other things. Namely, getting this mechanical wall set up, honestly. It's a pretty high priority for me right now. Suppose we could make the trapdoor. Oh, we also need to build these doors. So, furniture door. We should have some stone doors around. There's one there, and one there. Alright then. Let's zoom out and have a look at what there is to see. You guys are... Whoa, I think, yeah, one of the ogres is already dead. Let's see which one died first. Was it the lady ogre or the male ogre? It was the lady ogre. Oh. I'm sorry. You brought this on yourselves. You came here to drink wine out of our skulls, and yet I can't help but feel kind of sad. You know, came here after just getting married, you happiest moment of your life, immediately followed up by being bereaved. It plucks at the gnomish heartstrings. But never fear, we will make some beautiful armor out of your lady friend's hide. It will be very tasteful, I assure you. Let's look over here. Aha! We have got another room that we can now fashion. Uh-oh. Damn you. There we go. Sorted. Now then. I suppose if this ogre would die soon, we could perhaps go out and deal with that last goblin. Bleeding from his upper body, lower body, left leg, right arm, right hand, and left arm. Two-headed ogre has an injured right mouth. That's not very nice. Now, what are you actually fighting with, Ornstein? Let's see. What have you got in your quiver? Bronze bolt. Fantastic. Now, a couple of people did were kind enough to try and point out that I'd made a mistake and that I was producing too many bolts. But as it happens, apparently I'm not. Apparently this is counting the bolts and not the stacks of bolts. I'm not making 160 stacks of 16 crossbow bolts. I am, in fact, just telling them to keep a stock of at least 160 bolts there at any one time. So if that drops below any sort of, you know, any amount, then they'll, like, if that went to 159, they'd make another stack of 16. So we're fine with that. Now, have you made all of these axles yet? Yes. Fantastic. Now, you're still making these bolts, though. I should probably, I guess, stop you so that you'd go and put those bloody axles down. What do we need for a lever? Let's check this out. We'll get all the pieces ready and then we'll suspend it so that you'll go and make it all. We want a mechanical base and any rod. Well, we've got 6 rods, and in fact, have we got any mechanical bases? No. Need to make one of those. Okay. So a mechanical base requires 2 gears and 1 spring. Fair enough, we will make 2 gears and 1 spring. Be right back. We'll make it out of copper, of course. And copper spring. And we'll move this down. That will always be the lower priority of my production orders there. Now then, let's have a quick look at our stocks. How much have we got of bandages? Because if we're going to open the fort to possibly kill one of those guys, I've got 101 bandages. That's actually not bad. It's quite a lot. Okay, let's go up here and check. Are there any... Oh, no, wait. There's another goblin over there. He's just been hanging out, ignoring his friend's plight. Coward. You coward goblin. You're doing nothing for the goblin stereotype. You realize this, right? There's reason why orcs are always picking on you. But that ogre is no long for this world. And I fancy we could probably take him on and him with our military as it is. Oh, honey badger. That's nothing to worry about. Though... Oh. Hang on a second. Wait. I think... of course. We have 2 different types of training dummy right now. And I just noticed we don't have a torch where there should be one. But one of the recent patches, you may remember me mentioning that they now care. You can't make something out of any material and it'll just pick things like... So you can't make a birch chair out of some birch and some pine planks. They have to all be birch planks. So what's most likely happened here is we have run out of... Where are you? Something to do with birch. So let's just get you in there. We would like this made, please. As soon as possible. So if you could run off and make those, that would be awesome. And then hopefully, once they've got one other birch training dummy to go along with the one that they've got up here, they'll go down and build that other training ground, and I can get the Velvet Evildoers back in training. I really appreciate that. Now, what else is going on? Nothing. Okay. Not too bad. I really do wish I could get out there, though. Oh, good, he's died. See, I want to go out there and deal with that. But at the same time, I don't want to risk... Now, someone has commented that perhaps I should equip my crossbow gnomes with metal armor. And actually, yeah, okay. I think you're right. No matter whether I want them to or not, they do get into battle. They, as much as I tell them not to, they wander off and they get involved in it. And so it would be in our best interest to give them the best armor that we can, considering they are going to get into fisticuffs. So hopefully they'll go and grab themselves some iron armor. That is my deepest wish. And they're still bringing up some more stuff. Oh, look, there we are. Let's have a look at you, Tars. Got an iron helmet, bronze blast plate, iron everything else. Nice. Very nice indeed. You're looking rather snazzy there, I must say. Now, Honey Badger has died. There was a goblin over here somewhere. Don't know where he's gone now, though. Have the other goblins buggered off? They might have. It's about that time, I guess. They may have lagged it. But no, I can't see what's out there now. Other people in the comments have advised possibly digging a trench around the perimeter of the map so that enemies would get trapped in it, and then I could take my time and I could develop the lands inside. But as much as I'm effectively turtling by sealing off the fort this way, doing that would just feel so incredibly cheap. I'm one of these players who, when I'm playing Dwarf Fortress, I kind of have house rules on how much I use traps, because they are obnoxiously effective in Dwarf Fortress. They are really, really effective, especially cage traps. You can completely just, you can make a massive army scale siege. You know, nothing to worry about, just having cage traps upon cage trap upon cage trap, just dotting the landscape, knowing full well you're going to capture the entirety of the army, and then you just pitch them all over the side into a volcano, and, you know, you've just turned a potentially fort-destroying invasion into a little bit of light entertainment for your onlooking dwarves. But so I'm not going to do anything like that. I mean, I know this isn't, you know, this isn't not cheap, but it feels at least a little bit better than, you know, I'm paying a price by having them all walled in this fort. Whereas if I just dug a trench around the map, that would just be cheap. I would be losing nothing. And I would be making the game a little bit too easy, I think. I like there to be a risk, otherwise what's the point in playing? What on earth? Oh. Apparently Saro now lives here. Well done, Saro. I don't remember giving you that room, but I think he may have muscled in. I think he may have had words with the ranchers, and I like to think that they bartered for it, and Saro purchased the room legitimately, but I don't think that's really what happened. I think perhaps there were threats, perhaps veiled threats. They're the worst type of threat. I think they were there. I think it was implied that not letting him have the room may end poorly for someone. Oh, Sarah, what have you become? But let's have a look. What have we got? We've got probably a lot of armor plates. We've got 66 armor plates. Wow. And we're going to make a steel breastplate if we can. Wool padding and ogre leather straps because we can. Make it so. We will have one steel breastplate. That'll be glorious. Now, can we make some iron breast? Yes, we can. Yeah, this is pretty good. Because I know at least... yeah, we'll do that. I know at least one of our troops is not wearing an iron breastplate, Toz, so may as well do that. Though maybe an iron breastplate would become available once the steel breastplate is made. I don't know. But we'll make this, and soon we're going to try and make some... What's this? It's a tin bar. Damn, I thought it was an iron bar. We could perhaps smelt down those iron armor plates. That would be... Oh, yes, we can. Fantastic. Yes, please. In fact, smelt down all of these things. Repeat that. And the bronze armor plates. Oh, well, yeah. Repeat that. And the iron armor plates. Definitely smelt those. For now. Because we're getting these off enemies. So we're going to move these up to the top. So we'll melt those back down into their various bars. And then once we've got some iron bars, we're going to make some steel. Now, given how many kills are down to... Oh, wait. I spy with my gnomish little eye a new invasion force. Looks like we've got a two-headed ogre here beating up an alpaca, the swine. Right, silvery lurkers, to the walls! But what I'm really interested in is these guys. We've got one goblin fighter over here, not fully equipped, but carrying an iron warhammer. What are your skills like? You've got muddling skills. But we do have a goblin soldier here, complete in steel armor and weapons. Same here. Looks like we've got 3 high tier goblin fighters with good goblin gear, and 4 goblins with lighter gear. Now, hopefully, we'll be able to do a decent amount of damage here. But yes, because a lot of our kills are coming from our crossbow gnomes, it has been suggested that we make some steel crossbows. Now, I'm not sure which contributes more to the damage, the crossbow itself or the bolt. But given that when they do get into melee combat, the bolt goes out the window, they're not like, you know, smacking them with the butt of their crossbow and then stabbing them in the eye with a bolt that they're holding in their other hand. Unfortunately, no, they're just smacking them with the crossbow. So if we upgrade their crossbows, it'll probably see them better in the future. Oh, wow. Have you actually got him bleeding? Please tell me you have, because that would be amazing. Oh, no. Damn. I thought you'd done amazingly there. Alas, no. But the ogre is already bleeding, so that's a death sentence on you. And we're safe indoors, so we don't really care. Now then, let's go back to our tinkerer, or rather, here. You should have finished, yeah, okay, great. The next thing we'll want then is a mechanical wall. Now that needs a mechanism base and 2 bars. Of course, we're going to make it out of copper. A mechanism base will require 2 gear and 1 spring, again. So let's go ahead and make that 2 gears out of copper and 1 spring out of copper. And once all of that is done, then we should be able to get all that sorted. We should be able to get that built. And that will give us the ability to just shut off part of the fort. That'll be great. I'm going to take this iron breastplate off, because I'm fairly certain that our melee warriors are completely decked out in iron. So when one of them swaps for a steel breastplate, an iron breastplate will become available for the silvery lurkers to use. So, I'll take a sip while we watch. I don't often have Pepsi. It is a very big treat when I do. Yeah, it's probably going to be much the same. The goblins who aren't completely armored are going to get shot in the knee and eventually die. But the ones who have got the steel armor are going to be like tanks and outlive everything. The only thing I don't know about is whether or not there is a manned scout on the map, and that's a little bit of a worry. Notice that our food stocks are going down though, and that's good. I mean, they're going down to a lower amount anyway. 269,000, sorry. That is obscene. We need to pull this down. Which means much more active smelting on Dark Jester's part. Are we lacking something? Do we not have something we need to make mattresses? Let's have a look. A wool mattress requires... Okay. Wool bolts. Wool string. Any straw. We've got more than enough straw, so I can only imagine that he's getting hung up on bandages, and that's fine. We are happy to let you continue doing that. In fact, let's just check on that. 129 bandages. That's going good. That's another 20 on top of what we had previously. Let me just check. What's the cutoff? Because I know the 192 milestone is after that. So, well, the mattress should have been earlier. Oh, that's interesting. Why aren't you doing that then? Oh, I see. They're probably going to work their way through all of this before doing the mattress, I imagine. Yes, that seems likely because of the way that he'll, as soon as he makes a bolt of wool, although he's not going to be able to make the mattress yet because he needs 4, he will be able to make a bandage, so he'll go and do that. Until he's made 192 bandages, he's not going to make another mattress, because he'll never stockpile the bolts of wool. A bit annoying that, but I guess it can't be avoided. Now, let's have a look. What have we got in here? Making bronze bars, making regular bars. Steel bars should be made whenever possible. So you just keep on doing that. As soon as iron is available, go ahead and make it. Now, I'm assuming that you are using... What are you using? Oh, I can't see. He's probably going off and grabbing the armor plates. So little by little we're pulling down the kingdom worth. And that is a good thing. Yes, it looks bronze armor plates. So how many of those were there? Let's check. Armor plates, armor plates. Where are you, armor plates? Armor plate. There were 4 armor plates. So you're going to work your way through that and then start working on the iron. Now that's priority 5. That's fine. Like this to be a higher priority. We'll make that a priority 2. What about the weaponsmith? Yeah, make that a priority 3. Make you a priority 4. Yeah, that works out well. 5, 9. And, well, we'll make this an 8. No, an 8. I always get those 2 buttons mixed up. But that seems like it'll work out well. Ooh, monitor lizard. Not really the emergency that I was expecting, considering you felt the need to wake me up. Well, actually, I guess... No, I was looking at the wrong time. It was 2 o'clock in the morning. You woke me up to tell me about a monitor lizard. You fools. Not that I wasn't awake already, but, you know, my gnomish avatar. I don't actually think we've got an Aavak in the fort, and that's a huge oversight on my part. Or maybe quite cunning, considering that, yeah, life expectancy not too high for the gnomes in Spiderslaughter. But for now, we're going to let things roll through. I think, as we've jiggery-pokeried the priorities, the steel breastplate should be made soon. I'm hoping. Perhaps not, though. Let's make this again. Breastplate. We would like a steel breastplate using wool padding and 2 ogre leather straps, please. Perhaps Dapper Jester does not have the correct profession. Let's check. Blacksmith, what do? You do everything. And what is Dapper Jester? Is he a blacksmith? Yeah, blacksmith. Oh, okay, fair enough. Well, hopefully you will make that soon, because I would like some more iron breastplates on the silvery lurkers. Let's have a look up here. Have we built any more of this? No, it doesn't appear that we have, so the question is, why not? Has everything here been built? No, mechanical wall. We need gears and spring. So, well, they've been made. I'm at a loss. Where are you? Well, I'll have to work out why Commycat isn't building those in the next episode, I believe. Let's just take a quick look. He might be sleeping. Yeah, he's sleeping. Oh well, we'll allow him. But I've just noticed the date. Oh, Goblin has died. Wait, oh. Yes. Oh, no. No. Look how many of them there are. Damn it. I didn't see the man scout that got away. Balls. That's very unfortunate, because there are a lot of them there. Hopefully these guys can do some damage, but... we need the migrant wave that's about to enter the fort. We need them. We cannot afford not to have them. But it looks like in the next episode, unless these goblins can do some really good work... I mean, one of them is armed with a giant hammer, and that is probably going to be an excellent tool, but... there is an awful lot of mants there. Look at that. It's a small mant army. And they may be hanging around whilst our nomads are trying to get into the fort. We desperately need this extra manpower, damn it. But I guess all of these woes will have to wait until the next episode. I hope you've enjoyed this one. I hope you'll join me for the next, in which we will probably watch Mance feast on even more nomads whilst we sit helpless atop our walls, shouting encouraging words, but otherwise incapable of offering any real aid. We'll just have to see. But until then, do take care.